Hello, welcome to Dry Creek Beekeeping. So this video will be a short one because my phone is about to die and I'm not really going to be doing much with the hive. It's only been 1 week since I last checked on this hive, which is the one I'll be working with. It is almost time to actually harvest honey, so I'm just going to be taking the steps to prepare my hive for having the honey extracted. Alright, so we're going to start out by taking the rocks off, of course. Then popping the lid, giving them a little bit of smoke. Now I just need to pop the lid, and I'm going to take a look at one of these frames. Yep, about the same, except for they're building brood on it again. So this isn't going to be a great honey harvest this year. So now we're actually going to take this honey super off and just set it off to the side for now, and then take your inner cover and set it here where the honey super was. And then you need one of these. This is a one-way entrance for the hive, so they can't get up, but they can go down. And you just want to set that right there. And this way, in a couple weeks' time, the honey super will be completely empty. So, just now, set this right up here, and then you're going to come across one more problem. And there's an easy solution to this. Now, of course, you'll notice that there is still an opening right here. So what you're going to need to do is take a wood chip or something, maybe even a little bit of wax, and just plug up that hole. Just like that. And you'll notice that the bees are extremely mad, and they have good reason. I mean, after all, you are messing with how their hive is set up. And also, they'll be losing their honey stores. So, it was at that moment while recording that my phone died. So now, it is 1 full week in the future, and it is time to check on this hive. Specifically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the honey super off, load it on the four-wheeler, and then get out of here. This is the second most important thing that will happen this year, aside from actually harvesting the honey. This isn't harvesting, this is just taking the honey off. Harvesting will come a little bit later when I actually use an extractor to get all the honey out of the honeycomb. Alright, so I'm doing it at this angle so that it's a little bit easier to see what's happening. Now, last year, when I did this, there were no bees in the super. And if there are this year, then I'm going to have to shake them off, but hopefully there's not. Because if there's not, then I can be really, really quick about this, and then no bees will get in, and that will make life so much easier. You know, that's not a good sign. There is a lot of bees in there. Nope, not good at all. Alright, so I do have a different plan. Alright, so my second plan is I have this empty honey super here. And what I'm going to do is once I get these frames shaken off, I'm going to put these frames into this super. Alright, this frame has nothing on it. Put it in the super down there, and move on to the next one. Alright, this one isn't good. There's a lot of rotten brood on it. It looks like drone brood, but I don't like that because that means them being separated from their queen hasn't done very good things for the hive. So, it also kind of smells bad too. So as you can see, there isn't that much honey on any of these frames. Now, what I am seeing with all of this rotten brood here is it's cold. And I can tell it's cold because all the propolis in this hive is super sticky, which means that the brood probably just got too cold and then died, and then rotted away. So based on the looks of it, I'm probably not going to get that much honey this year. I would guess about like 30, maybe 25 pounds. But that's it. Oh, now look at this. This is a full frame. This is 100% completely filled, other than like a couple little gaps. But this is perfect. This is exactly what I'm looking for. This one almost has no honey on it whatsoever. It's mostly just dead brood. Now the sad thing about this is I'm going to have to destroy all of this comb. All of it. It's useless. I can't even store it and have it for next year because the brood will rot and the comb will get bad. And this one has nothing on it. It literally is an empty frame. And now we are left with just an empty box. Alright, so I can pop that out. And then I need to take a look through this hive because after my phone died last time, I noticed something pretty bad on the bottom board. There were a lot of wax moth larvae on the bottom board. So I need to take a look through this hive and make sure that there aren't wax moths ruining comb throughout the hive. Alright, so this frame is super light, and I don't like that because it means that there is almost nothing on this, which it makes sense why there wouldn't be much brood. I mean, they're heading towards winter, but so the problem with not seeing many stores is that if they don't have enough honey, they aren't going to survive the winter. So I need to see a good frame with a lot of honey on it, or otherwise I'm going to be very concerned. And so far, I'm not seeing anything. They should have these outer frames completely filled. Okay, so I'm not going to concern myself too much with this because the bees are starting to get really, really mad, and this is very stressful for them. So I'm just going to put the lid back on and leave. Next time, what I need to check for is that there are good honey stores throughout the hive and that they aren't trying to swarm. Those are the two main things. Alright, so now what I gotta do is take all this up to the four-wheeler. So, to recap what I did in this video, I started out by preparing to take the honey super off by putting a one-way entrance into the hive so that all the bees would leave. Unfortunately, after a week of waiting, not all the bees were out yet, and not all the brood had hatched, so I was left with a pretty bad mess to clean up. But I got it done, and then took a look at a couple of the lower frames to make sure that there are no problems with them, such as swarming, wax moth larvae, and next video I'm going to be checking for varroa mites. Well, that's the end of this video. Thank you for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. And if you have any questions or comments about beekeeping, please be sure to put them in the comments. See ya!